Hey, welcome to A Moment to Move. My name is Garen, and today we're going to be doing a full-bodied body weight workout. So we're going to be trying to get the shoulders, the back, the core, the legs, a little bit of mobility training, and all-round nice workout, feeling nice and strong in our bodies. So when you're ready, meet me in a tabletop position, and we're just going to warm up the wrists before we get started. So I'm going to have my fingertips facing forward, and I'm just gently going to rock forward and back. I always like this movement. I find it quite nice just to start feeling into the wrists. Now start rocking from side to side, keep pushing into the ground, and then bring your hips down to your ankles and then push back and around. Semicircles. This time have the fingertips facing outwards to the outer edges of wherever you are, and again just gently rocking from side to side. The palms can come up, it's perfectly okay. Just pushing in, trying to protect the wrists and make sure we've got a solid foundation for our body weight training today. I'm going to spin the fingertips towards my knees, and I'm just gently going to sit back, coming onto my toes. I'm just going to take a few little pulses. Let the palms come up. I might even pedal out my hands just a little bit. I'm going to roll back onto my toes and just shake out the hands, just gently. And I'm going to place my hands down, coming back to this tabletop position. Now I'm going to push into the ground with my hands, push into it with my toes, and just bring my knees off the ground. Gentle dome in the upper back, and then pull the shoulder blades down, and we're holding in a hovering tabletop position. And from here we're just going to warm the body up, so we're already activating the arms, the shoulders, the core, and a little bit of the back, but we're going to try and get some coordination and mobility going here. So we're going to lift the left hand up and the right foot at the same time, and then we're going to pivot to the inside edge of the left foot, spin round, place the right foot next to the left foot, left hand down at the same time, coming into a sort of crab position, and then we're going to push the hips up, squeeze the glutes and shoulder blades together, bring that navel to the spine, coming into reverse tabletop. And we're going to lower back down, lift the left hand and the right foot up again at the same time, coming back to that tabletop position, walk the hands forward, coming into your high plank, shift forward, lower down halfway, turn over the toes, pull the chest up and through for upward facing dog. From here we're going to roll over the toes, walk the hands back to our hovering tabletop position, back to where we started. So same sort of formation as before. We're going to lift the right hand up and the left knee at the same time, spin to the inside of the left foot, and coordinatingly put the right hand, left foot down at the same time, coming into that crab position. Stick the hips up to the sky, squeeze the glutes, reverse tabletop, lower back down, spin round, left foot, right hand, walk forward, plank pose, bring the hands towards the feet towards the hands, shift forward, lower down halfway, push up into your upward facing dog, squeeze the glutes, pull the shoulder blades down, and then walk your feet back, your hands back, staying in floating tabletop. As you can see, the knees aren't going to come down once. We'll move a little bit more fluid now, so we're going to keep, the movement. We're going to pivot, sit the hips down, push the hips up, reverse tabletop. Left hand, right foot, place down, walk forward, go through your push-up to up dog, back to your floating tabletop. Right hand, left foot, place down, crab position, sink the hips up, squeeze the glutes, lower back down, back to tabletop, walk forward, high plank, shift forward, lower down halfway, roll over the toes, upward facing dog, push up into the plank, start walking to hovering tabletop. Last one on both sides. sink up, push the reverse tabletop, lower back down, spin inside on that underpass, walk forward, plank pose, shift forward, up dog, back to plank, hovering tabletop. Last one, spin around, crab pose, hips up to the sky, reverse tabletop, lower back down, underpass, back to tabletop, walk forward, high plank, halfway, up to up dog, back to plank pose, and push yourself back to downward facing dog. Now completely your choice here. You can place the knees down, take a break. But what we're going to do is we're going to come down into a dolphin pose. So we're just going to simply bring the elbows down to the ground. So on your inhale, come down to the ground, dolphin pose. From there, we're going to gaze between the hands, see our thumbs, bring the nose to the thumbs, push back to dolphin, lift the elbows up at the same time, coming into our downward facing dog. So we're really going to work the shoulders with this exercise. So we've got 9 more to go. Lower down to dolphin, bring through to the nose, back to dolphin, downward facing dog. 2. Keep moving with the breath. Focus. You can place your knees down if you'd like. You can pause the video. Just keep moving. We're here to build strength in our bodies. 7, 8. Try to bring them up at the same time and lower at the same time. I know it's not always the easiest, but there's also a little bit of coordination. Now I think that's 10, but we'll do one more for luck because I did lose count. So lower down, bring your nose forward, push back, lift the elbows up, downward facing dog. From here, we're just going to step our right foot in between our hands and we're going to set up for a crescent lunge. So for here, I want the left foot straight, bend in the right knee, and we're going to hold this position. So squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs together. You can have your hands out to the side, up above, or out in front of you, whatever you need for a little bit of balance and stability. And we're just going to slowly lower down. 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold. 3, 2, 1, and slowly come up. 3, 2, 1. Straighten that back leg. Squeeze that glute and lower back down. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Now we're really working in a little bit slow burning into the muscle fibers. It's a nice exercise, just creating some nice solid strength in the quads, in the thighs, all around the legs in general, and also a little bit of balance. Just focus your gaze. And that's 5. Really straighten out through the leg. You're going to feel a nice pull and stretch on that quad, and then bend into the knee nice and slowly. Just before you touch the ground, you hold, and then slowly push back up. 6. Lower down, nice and slow. Keep hugging the thighs in together. Focus your gaze. You can do your own count here. If they are getting a little bit too much to you, you can just hold in the high crescent lunge position. If you want to hold in low crescent lunge position, the option is yours. This is your body weight practice. And we'll go for 1 more. And I'm hoping that's 8, because it's going to be pretty hard to do exactly the same thing on the other side. There's 8. Place the hands down, step that right foot back, coming into your down dog, and then we're going to step that left foot forward. Again, rising up into a high crescent lunge. Squeeze the thighs together, create some stability. Try to stack the torso over the hips. And here we go, lowering down, nice and slow. 3, 2, 1, hold. 3, 2, 1, and up. 3, 2, 1. Lower down. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. So you've got the pace. We're not going to count anymore. You just count at your own pace now. That's the tempo that I'm doing. Again, try to have the thigh just hovering above the ground, and then push back up. 3. Lower down. Straighten that through that back leg. Lower down. Hold at the bottom. Push back up. Straighten out through that back leg. Last one. Lower down. Hold. And slowly push back up. Place the hands down. Step back to your downward facing dog. And from here we're going to roll forward, coming into our high plank. Slowly lower down onto the elbows, coming into a nice forearm plank. Create a solid foundation. Bring the elbows towards the knees, knees towards the elbows. Bring the shoulders down your back so they're not tucked up by your ears, and have a gentle protraction. Bring that navel to the spine and tuck your tailbone, straighten out through the legs. And we're going to take some crunches here. So you're going to bring that right knee to your right tricep, step back, left knee, left tricep, and back. So we're compacting our core and strengthening it while doing so. Try to keep them hips nice and level. I know it's not easy when you're bringing that leg up to the tricep. 5, 6, 7, nice and slow. Keep bringing that navel to the spine. Last one. 10. Come back to your forearm plank, and we'll hold for 10. 3, 2, 1. Lower down, hips down to the ground. So you're going to bring your arms out to the side of you, about shoulder width, shoulder level, and open them up so they're in a sort of T position. So your fingertips, you've got bent arm in your elbows. Fingertips are facing the same way as your head. Squeeze the glutes, push into the ground with your feet. Create a nice little room here between the navel and the ground. And we're going to retract the shoulder blades onto the back, extend them forward, keep trying to retract, pull them back down, lower the elbows to the ground. So there's 1, 2, 3. Shoulder blades onto the back, extend your arms away. 4, shoulder blades down. Arms up. 5, 6. Keep the form. 7, Not always easy to talk in these positions. 9. Last one. Get your form right. Shoulder blades onto the back. Extend the arms away from you. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Bring the back cactus. Lift the chest up. 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. Push back onto the knees. And we're going to come into a deep squat. So I'm going to turn to face you. And I'm going to sit nice and low in my squat. If you need to, you can grab a blanket. You can roll up the mat and stick your heels to make it a little bit more elevation. And a bit easier to stick deeper. I'm just going to sit nice and low in the deep squat, as low as you can be. You might want to take a few little rocks from side to side. And from there, we're going to place our left hand inside our left leg. Create a solid foundation. Put a little bit of a pressure to the knee, so you want the knee still tracking over the toe with the outside of your left tricep, and then you're going to spin open the chest and reach up to the sky, gazing up to your right hand. And we're simply going to swap right hand inside right leg, gentle pressure, spin the torso open up to the sky, gaze up to the thumb. Make sure the knees are tracking over the toes, and we'll spin to the other side. Squats are also good for ankle mobility and ankle strength, so we're working into that part of our body as well. Place your hand down, extend away. Last one. Place your hands down. You're going to come back onto our bellies. Lower down to the ground. And we're simply going to bend, come up onto the left forearm, bend the right leg, and we're going to reach around and grab the inside of our right foot. If you need to, you can grab a strap, if that's going to help you with a little bit more range of motion. And then we're going to twist the body open, squeeze the glutes, just slight engagement, and then bring the heel to your bum. Just relax. Now you can push against the hand with your foot and pull it down at the same time. We're stretching out the side body, opening up the shoulder. So if you put your thumb up to the sky, opening up through the shoulder and stretching out our quads. So it's a pretty good full right hand side body stretch at the moment. You want to push into that ground with the left arm so you're not collapsing. Make sure them glutes are engaged. And gently release. We'll switch over to the other side. Bend that left leg, right forearm to the ground. And again, opening up through the side body over the left hand side, opening up that left side shoulder. Make sure that glute is nice and engaged. Push into the ground with your elbow, and you can gaze over that left shoulder or left foot. Gently release and come back onto all fours. I'm going to grab my mat, my blanket, and sit down, cross my legs and take a nice seat. And I'd just like to say thank you for joining me here at A Moment to Move. If you enjoyed anything about this class, please let me know in the comment section below. I really like your feedback. It's always nice to know how people are finding these classes. So yeah, please do. And I hope you felt some strength building in your body. And I look forward to catching you in the next Moment to Move class. Thank you.